Okay, here we are.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
Hey, we're live.
We missed you all. Can't wait to welcome you back to VBS. So we're going to talk a little bit today about all of the amazing things that are happening at Valley Beth Shalom. We've got some incredible people on our broadcast today. So ask us questions, participate, and feel free to ask anything. We've got Alana Vorspan, our amazing marketing communications director.
Hello.
And Liat Cohen, who does all of the beautiful design work for us.
Hey.
Alana Zimmerman, our programming director, who puts together our incredible programs and makes sure that everything is thought about in a very deliberate way and makes sure to bring the best content to each of you. So thank you for joining us, Alana. Natasha Benzakin, or Benzakin, right? Our membership manager, who's a wonderful part of our staff and can answer any questions for you in regards to the value of membership and why it's so important this year for you to be to remain a member of our community or to join if you haven't done so already. And we've got Eric Levine, the director of our LA Kosher Catering team, who's putting out incredible food for us and making sure to focus on all the new health protocols in terms of delivering high quality food to our families and our children, as well as for events and parties. And we're still open for business. And then I'm Matthew Weintraub, the executive director of VBS, happy to answer any questions. So let's start off by Natasha. You want to talk a little bit about membership and why should people rejoin VBS this year?
Well, VBS thrives on its membership, and I'm so excited to say that half of our members have already renewed. It's been super exciting, and this year we are committed to not losing any families. We want everybody to join us. We want everyone to be part of the community. We're all coming together to see VBS continue to grow, and we introduced this year the Premier Program, which piggybacks on that whole idea of keeping everybody as part of VBS. And the Premier Program has almost 200 members. It has benefits to the program, as well as helping people who can't afford to be a member. So we have had so many members who have stepped up. They've tacked this onto their membership, and they've been donating and really coming through and stepping up and taking care of the community. So that's been really exciting. And we need our community to thrive and grow. And we're going to have an amazing high holiday service. It's going to be dynamic and meaningful. And we're going to put all of this together. So it's going to be amazing to have all of our families come together and join in on the fun.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. And look, for me, membership is it's not a quid pro quo, right? The whole point of membership of a synagogue and being part of a community is because you believe in the community, and you're a builder and stakeholder in the community, and that you want to see it thrive, and that your participation and what you contribute of yourself and your family and the talents. And by showing up, you're actually contributing to something bigger. And so this year in particular, obviously there's a lot of uncertainty, and we take the safety and security of our members incredibly seriously. And our goal is to make sure to keep people connected and engaged in Jewish life and Jewish learning in our schools, etc. And we make that commitment regardless of who joins and who doesn't. And we want our members to help, prop us up and to be investors in this community.
Right.
And for those who,
yeah, it's been really heartening to see how everybody's been coming together. The phone calls and the emails that we've been getting, and people really wanting to remain part of the community, and they're so interested in sustaining the community through this difficult time because this is their home. And while they can't do, so many other things, they still have VBS. So it's been really lovely to see everybody coming together.
That's amazing. Eric, why don't you talk a little bit about how the catering business has changed since COVID and how you continue to feed our community?
Well, let me actually get out there and say the misconception regarding the new protocols with COVID is the protocols for in kitchen is no different. It's the same protocols as that. It's just we have to make sure we're social distancing within the kitchen and wear masks. Other than that, all the normal health code requirements are the same. Where the changes are is how we serve the food and how those protocols have changed. Which when it comes to once schools open up, because LA Kosher at VBS does the hot lunch program for 3 different schools, we're ready to go to service the schools. We just need to get our kids on campus, but we're all ready to go, have all the protocols in place, and have been testing everything out actually over the last 2 weeks with Camp Kef at VBS.
How are you serving how is it different, like the way that you're serving or doing?
So how we have to serve the kids at school, we'll start with that, is that all the meals are going to be pre-plated in our kitchen, meaning that there's no longer a cafeteria style assembly line. All the plates are pre-plated and then they are stored for proper heating controls in new hot boxes that we actually just purchased. So we're going to be going around to each and every classroom and knowing who has purchased lunch, and then we also have all of our cold vegetables and fruit, which is part of the balanced meal, coming from our suppliers, pre-packed, pre-washed, pre-cut, and pre-packaged, so that way they're not being handled by that many people. And then those are kept in a cold box and quickly assembled right at the door and passed through. So for school lunches, that's how we have to do that. And actually, we have been talking to a few clients about scheduling events for them, small private events at their homes. I'm working with a client right now for a birthday party in a couple of weeks. And those requirements, believe it or not, it's as simple as you can't have salt and pepper shakers on the tables anymore. Even if it's, you can't have individual dressings on the table. They all have to be individualized per plate. So it does require more dishes. It does require a little bit more staff because there's a lot. I mean, even bread, you can't put bread on a table. You have to go around with the basket and individually serve it to everybody. But we have everything in place. We're ready to go. As things keep on changing with the protocols, we keep on adapting. So we're good to go.
And Eric, tell us about some of those yummy meals that you've been providing the community.
Well, since COVID started in March, we've been doing meals to go. And actually from week 1 to week 2, we actually vastly upgraded the way we were doing it. Before, we were just giving it in large containers, which worked when you were actually having 6, 7, 10 people coming for a meal. But now it's just you and your spouse or you and your kids. You need smaller meal options. So we've actually gotten individual TV dinner trays where we're packaging everything up. It's all ready to go for you to finish cooking and heating in your own oven, so nothing gets dried out and it's all tasty. And we're doing this once a week in addition to offering wildflower halot every week in 5 different flavors. So lakoshercatering.com/@home, ATHOME.
Please list those 5 delicious flavors just to get our juices going.
So you have regular plain, you have raisin, cinnamon and sugar, chocolate chip, and pretzel. Is that all 5?
How do you list raisin second? Of all of those things, raisin should be last on the list. Chocolate chip.
My personal preference, raisin doesn't go on challah. But believe it or not, we actually have a lot of people order raisin chalot. To my surprise, I mean, I can tell you my favorite is by far the pretzel. It's not too salty. It has just the right amount of salt, but it's definitely a very strong pretzel flavor.
Well, thanks to LA Kosher Catering, I've gained a lot of weight since I've been here. And the food always is delicious, and working with you, Eric, and your team has really been a pleasure. You guys always do such a great job.
Well, actually, you can ask a couple of people here because they've had it. We actually brought a new menu item for the schools through camp, and we're doing chicken taquitos, fresh chicken taquitos, which if you ask Rabbi Taft, those are his new favorite item that we produce.
Yes, they are a big hit.
Is that available outside of camp?
Say that again, Alana.
Are those chicken taquitos about which you rave available to those who aren't going to camp?
We haven't put it out there for LA Kosher at home yet, but that is something that we'll definitely consider. Because one of the things we were also offering in addition to the meals is we were offering some hors d'oeuvres because we had made some right before the pandemic started, and we wanted to get those out to people who wanted them. We actually needed to make some fresh ones just the other week. Our potato knishes and spinach quiches were a big hit, as well as our beef Wellingtons. But that's a good idea. Maybe we'll offer the taquitos ready to go. Although they're not, but they're much better if you fry them fresh. I just have to say that.
Of course.
Sounds like it.
Alana, what do we have going on programmatically in the next couple of weeks? Tell us about what you're working on.
So we have a great opportunity coming up on August 2nd, which is a Sunday. It's not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. And if things are still in the phase that they are right now, obviously we listen to all of the directives from our city leaders. If everything is the same as it is now, we will have a family miniature golf tournament. So exciting, I know. Everybody has the opportunity to participate in a multitude of ways. First of all, you could just golf. Bring whatever you want. Bring a baseball bat, bring a little putter, bring a hockey stick, bring a croquet mallet, bring a stick and a ball. It could be a wiffle ball. It could be a golf ball. It could be a tennis ball. Whatever kind of ball, probably not a basketball. That might be a little big, but all the other size balls. Bring your ball and your hitting object thing, and bring it with you. A few days before, we will send out all the addresses where you can find a hole. So then you'll play. Our host of every hole will keep track, and at the end, there is a delightful virtual trophy that will be awarded for a variety of different skills that are exhibited throughout the day. Now, in addition to that, you can host a hole using your creativity, all the things you have lying around the house, all those Amazon boxes that you don't know what to do with, pool noodles, bowling pins. What else do you have? Come on, guys. What do you have laying around the house?
Planters, empty planters,
pinwheels, whatever you have. Decorate your yard, front or back, whatever is easily accessible so people don't have to get close or touch anything. Create a golf hole on your own yard, on your lawn, or on your sidewalk, or on your driveway. Make it challenging. Whatever you would like, you have everything in front of you. You can create the ultimate golf challenge. And basically what we'll do is we'll give people not a specific route. We'll just give them all the addresses of the host, and they'll go in whatever order they want. You'll take your time. It'll be a lovely day, as if you were spending the entire day out on the links. You can stop here and get a snack. You can stop there and get a drink, and just enjoy the time in your golf cart / car with your family as you schmooze about all of your great skills on the course and go from house to house.
But who keeps score?
The host will keep score of everyone who comes by. They'll keep score, and then they'll turn it into us so that we can award those amazing trophies.
It's such a great idea, Lon. It sounds like so much fun.
I'm sorry, I got one question.
Can we vote on the most challenging or interesting hole and give those people a prize?
Absolutely. The trophies don't only go for the golfers, they go for the holes. Most challenging, most interesting, most innovative.
I love it. This sounds like so much fun. What a great idea.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We're hoping to, hoping to hear from a lot of you. We could.
I expect to see Rabbi Feinstein come up with a very, very difficult hole.
Yeah, you have to quote different Talmudic passages to get around the link. We could use a few more hosts, so anybody whose creative juices are flowing, sign up.
Awesome. Alana, you want to talk about how camp's been going and some of the other things that we're working on?
Yes, sure. Hi, my brother's watching. Hello. I wanted to talk about in-person camp that's been going on. We're in week 2 for grades K to 6. It's a smaller in-person camp this year, and they're following all the highest levels of safety and health protocols. And both my children are in the camp, and I have to say it's been a wonderful experience for them. Yes, they are wearing masks. Yes, they are distancing, but they're extremely happy to be around other children and obviously to be back at VBS, which is their home away from home. So it's been really beautiful to see how it's sort of lifted their spirits and made them, it's a half day, but it's made them sort of look forward to something kind of concrete and programmatic for the day, which I really appreciate as a parent. And I'm hopeful that in the fall, perhaps more of our students can be back on campus. I know Matt can talk a little bit more about that detail, but our campus is ready.
We are ready. We had a LA health inspector come today, checking on our camp, and we passed with flying colors. So that's really exciting. And obviously our team has been working really hard behind the scenes over the last number of months to prepare our facilities and our campus for opening. And we are confident that we're ahead of the game. We've done everything really well. Our Orit Rappaport, our facilities and operations manager, and her teams, and Orion and NASTEC have all done amazing jobs getting this campus ready. And we are safe and making sure that we can open, and as soon as we possibly can, as soon as we're allowed to. So we're very excited about that. Obviously, we also want to make sure that we are serving the community who can't be here in person. It's really important for us that for those who are immunocompromised, or for those who can't be here in person because they're caring for a loved one, that we just have wonderful programming and opportunities for people to participate in meaningful Jewish experiences through their computers. Our members, we have an incredible group of our volunteers in our community are calling members regularly, checking in on them. Our Hesed teams are doing incredible work, making sure that those who can't get out, people are going shopping for them, picking up their prescriptions. We're seeing really, even in these difficult times, in these moments where, there's so much uncertainty, our community is really stepping up and doing really beautiful things. So I'm very proud of our community, and I'm very proud of our staff and our clergy. We're just doing great things, so I'm really excited about that.
Are there any questions that those of you that are watching have for those of us who are here on the screen? Please put them in the comment section, and we'll try to answer them. Do you want to add maybe just a comment or two, Matt, about what people would see differently when they are able to come back? Some of the things that we've set up right as you walk in, what you would see?
Yeah, I wish Orit was here to talk about it, because she's really the brainchild behind a lot of this, and we've got 3 people on our campus that are certified pandemic coordinators. Yes, that's a real thing. But when you come on our campus, you'll notice a few different things. When you enter in through security, everyone will be screened. We'll have a health screening, in which certain questions will be asked, questions that the CDC has set aside, as well as having their temperature taken, making sure that people have masks, etc. Once they deem that it's safe for everyone to be on campus, people will come in and they'll notice lots of new signage, directional arrows, hand sanitizing stations, and lots of clear signs to help people get to where they need to go in the most efficient way possible. And so, yeah, look, this is our new normal. This is the new reality. And we're ready to welcome people back here whenever we're able to do so. We were able to have a number of Shabbat services here on Friday nights outside, which is really beautiful, and our community responded really well to that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that again really soon. We're having some B'nai Mitzvahs outside, and that's really exciting. We're doing Zoom life cycle events like B'nai Mitzvahs, baby namings, Brit Milot, Brit Milah, unfortunately funerals and shivas as well. And so we're not missing a beat. Everything's going on here still. What else? Liat, what's it like being, doing your graphic design work from home with little ones and all the hecticness of the things that you have to do with kids?
It is challenging. Having kids at home and trying to accomplish work is challenging. I know we're all parents here, so you can commiserate. You feel like you're doing more than you can, and it's still not enough. But we're just getting it done one bite at a time, and there's actually some great things that have come out of it, some inspiration that wouldn't have come about otherwise, beautiful ideas and silver linings. We've grown closer in ways that we weren't able to before, because somehow by being isolated, we've reached through our devices to connect on other types of levels, versus being in the building, but everyone's staying in their own office or desk space. And I also really like the interactivity of commentary. If something's posted online, people are learning how to react and communicate via web chats or comment section or Google shared documents. And those things will stick around. Even when we do return to the immersive space, we'll still hold on to the new skills we were thrown into during the surprise stay-at-home order. But keeping a good attitude is, I think, the trick that we figured out along the way, because it comes down to your perspective. If you want to make it horrible and awful and terrible, then it will be. And if you want to look at it and say, this is amazing and it's an opportunity and let's see what good can come of this, then that's what you'll get. It's a reflection of your own self. So it's been a journey, and we'll be stronger from it. And one crisis at a time.
Rabbi Liat, throwing down some Torah. I love it. Thank you, Liat. And Alana, how can people find us online? What's the best way for them to find us and make sure that they can plug into all the things that we're doing?
Yeah, so which Ilana? See, this is our challenge. Okay.
No, I was just saying, and renew membership.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this year, I guess another silver lining of the pandemic is we launched online membership, and I think it's going pretty well, right, Natasha?
It's going very, very well.
Yay, we can do it.
On the website.
In March, we also, while we were safer at home, launched a brand new website, because why not? While you're home, just redo a whole website. It's great. So it's so pretty. If you go to VBS.org, you'll see our website. And if you click on VBS at home, that's where we have all of our program schedules and updates and links to resources. We also have a updated COVID-19 info page if you want more information on recommendations from the CDC, the LA County of Public Health. Obviously, those pages are changing rapidly, but we're trying to keep up. We did get a question, Matt, while we were chatting earlier from Susan asking, what is the guidance with regard to Shiva at the moment? Do you think you could answer that?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, really, Orit Rappaport and our rabbis are the best to advise on this specific issue. I think that they've been working specifically with families on what they're comfortable with. But I know that a lot of this has been happening via Zoom so that family members from afar can participate and keep everyone safe. So it's created a really intimate opportunities for people to share stories and to remember their loved ones in a very safe way. There are certain occasions, depending on proximity, where perhaps a Shiva leader would be in home with the family. But I think the majority of this has happened through Zoom, and so people are finding new normals and finding ways to have these meaningful experiences, through their computers, and that's something that we're very proud of. We're able to help our families find ways to continue these rituals through that.
I mean, the other thing I would add to that is obviously we follow whatever the city guidelines are with regards to congregating. There are families that are doing their own shivas at home with the limited to the number of people that are allowed to congregate. Most of them are doing them if there's any reason why there are people that are not part of the family that have either quarantined or potted together, then we're fortunate in Los Angeles, they're able to be outside. And for the most part, the clergy is participating via Zoom. And like Matt just said, it's interesting how the whole Shiva process has really come down to the essence of what Shiva is about, which is comforting the mourners. A lot of people sometimes feel a little uncomfortable with the party atmosphere that you encounter when you go to a Shiva, which when there are a lot of people there, it's hard to get away from. And it's natural for people to want to schmooze with their friends and to schmooze with the mourners. But the Zoom Shivas have become very, very pure. Where really, because one person can speak at a time, they're really speaking to the mourners. They're speaking about the person who has passed and able to tell stories that everybody's able to hear. And it's been a profound experience for people who've been able to share it, like Matt said, with people even from out of the country, that under previous circumstances, you never would have considered opening up a Shiva to that process, to putting it on the computer. And so, obviously we're sad with all the losses that we've been having, but we've really worked very hard to try to provide as much comfort as we can during this time in a very respectful and kind and community oriented way. Conversation. Okay.
What other questions you all have? Feel free to chat below in the comments.
I think Natasha, did you want to add anything else about online membership? It's easy.
Yeah, Ilana plugged it in. If you want to renew your membership, you can visit us at vbs.org/renew. You can also sign up as a new member. We would love to welcome you to the community. Also on the website under the Join tab. And if you have questions, my information is there. You can reach out to me at any time. And we really look forward to welcoming everybody and meeting new people. So join us.
And I want to add that I think being home all these months really put a spotlight on the value of community. Being isolated at home and realizing we took it for granted that if you wanted to see friendly faces, you'd have to go seek them out. Maybe you'd go to a local park or a restaurant or the mall. With everything closed, you have to question what community is that? And having VBS as a place to go both physically and the imaginary space, like the spiritual space, it's your community to come to. And that wasn't as apparent before we were locked down.
And for those of you who haven't rejoined yet or are interested in the Premier Plus, one of the benefits is an catered meal by LA Kosher. So just think about all that food you'd be giving away if you didn't sign up.
Does it include challah, is the question.
Of course it will include challah, because good challah is hard to find.
I'm signing up then. That's it.
What about your frosted brownies? Can you throw in some of those?
Oh, you know what? Anything's possible.
Yeah, so you have to sign up for Premier so you can have all of these perks.
frosted brownies, black and white cookies, you know.
Pretzel challah.
We just wanted to let you also all know that we're in a little bit of a quieter time now during July as we try to give many of our employees a chance, even if for a day or two, to take a little breather, since most people have been going nonstop since March with very little break. As we're gearing up, and you should all know we are full steam ahead gearing up for the high holidays. Not ready to tell you what's coming yet, but we are exploring so many options, and we hope that you will be very excited with what we are about to roll out. So stay tuned, join, and just keep being in the wonderful community that we love.
By the
We
way,
all love for you all to reach out to us. We're all available. Send us an email or give us a call. We can set up a time to chat with you individually. Again, this is a wonderful opportunity for us to get to know our members better and for you to get to know us. And we're here for you. This is your community. And we are so excited to answer any questions, but also to welcome you back here to your home, your second home at VBS when it's safe to do so. And stay tuned in. Stay tuned into the work, to the amazing programming that we're putting out. And the learning opportunities. Get involved. There's plenty of ways to get involved, even from afar. And so reach out to us. Let us know how you can be helpful. Let us know how we can help you. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks to everybody on the screen for joining us today. Thanks to everybody on your screens for joining us today. We'll let you know when it's next time for the staff to chat, and we will welcome you.
See you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.